Hey guys, welcome to Pleiadian Point of View. I'm Peyton with Peyton Energetics, and I'm a Pleiadian channel. So in this week's Point of View, the Pleiadians wanted to help us out a little bit. They know that we have been really struggling over the past couple of weeks and months with these energies and with some of the craziness that we are seeing play out in the world around us. It has really been a challenging time for us. And so they wanted to give us some simple pointers to help us move through this very challenging time on Earth. So one thing that you may have noticed over the past couple of weeks is we're seeing a lot of negativity in the world around us. It has amped up 10 times over what we are used to seeing, and it can be really discouraging. It can put us in fear mode. It can put us in anger. It can put us in hopelessness or despair. And so the Pleiadians wanted to give us some simple pointers to help us deal with this breakdown of our reality. So the first thing that I am noticing is as we have gone through these intense energies over at least the past 2 weeks, is I notice that the Pleiadians are coming and talking to me anytime I start to get in a mind spiral. Whenever I start to get angry about what I'm seeing in the world, whenever I start to slide a little bit into fear, the first thing that they're doing is popping in and saying, stop, just stop. And then the next thing they always encourage me to do is just breathe. And what they have been teaching me, and I've shared this in a couple POVs, but the Ps are going to continue to share this with us because it is such an important technique, is they encourage me to focus on my breathing. And a couple things happen when you do this, which is why we are hearing the Ps tell us this over and over. And the first thing that happens when we stop, we bring ourselves into the present moment and we start to focus on our breathing, is we automatically drop out of the mind. And the mind is what is creating all of the chaos we're seeing in the world right now. Because remember, everything in our reality, including our entire external world, everything that we think is out there is a creation of our mind. So when we are in the mind, we are in the trouble zone. We are in the domain of our limited thoughts, our limiting beliefs. We are in the grasp of the matrix. It's all mind. So what the Ps have me doing and what I share with you in today's point of view is to stop and drop back into your breathing as often as you need to. Whenever you start to feel yourself getting worried, getting worked up, just stop and breathe. Because as soon as you do this, you drop back into your heart space. And as the Pleiadians have told us for a long time, all we have to do to move through these energies is stay in our body, be grounded, and stay in our heart. Because when we are in our heart, we are out of range of all of the chaos of the mind. And that includes our entire external reality. So one thing that can help you move through these very challenging and triggering times is to just stop. Whenever you are seeing something that is upsetting, whenever something is triggering you, and bring your attention back to your breath. And you don't have to do this for a lot of time. I usually do it 30 seconds, 60 seconds, but that is essentially hitting the reset button within your body. And so as you drop into your heart space, you drop out of all of the negative spirals that are created by the mind, because the mind loves to play in all the negativity that is going on. It wants to replay that negative story, that negative event that is happening in the world. And what that does is it gets us in a loop with the negative manifestation. Essentially, it puts us on the same timeline as whatever is happening. And that's not where we want to be right now. We want to be staying in the highest vibration we possibly can. And so one way to disconnect from lower timelines or from all of the triggering events that we're seeing unfold around us is to get out of the mind. And one simple way to do that, and there are countless processes out there to get in your heart space, But the P's have been wanting to make things super simple for us lately. They know we have a lot that we are dealing with. And so I'm noticing their advice is getting simpler and simpler. And so right now, one of the most helpful things we can do, according to the P's, to move through these triggering times is to just stop and breathe as often as we can. Anytime you notice you are getting swept up in a story of negativity or something that is worrying or alarming, and you pretty much can't look around right now without seeing something that gives you this opportunity. So just catching yourself as soon as you start to spin, because the longer you let the mind spin, it gets a little harder to stop it. So catching yourself as soon as possible, just reminding yourself to stop and breathe, get you back in your heart space. And if you can stay in your heart space, you will see the solution to whatever is triggering you, or you will see your unconscious beliefs about that topic. You will see why it has come into your reality. And so that will show you where energy is needing to be healed and integrated, or where you have some density to release, but you can't see the solution unless you're in the heart. The mind will block the solution out. So one of the best things we can do in these really challenging times, y'all, it has not been easy over the past couple of weeks, is to get out of the circus of the mind. Because remember, everything we're seeing happen in the world around us is just a projection of the mind. And as we break down our 3D reality, which we want to do, this is the whole point of this incarnation, right? Is to go through this ascension process. We have to let the mind break down all of its old belief structures. And so naturally, because our world is a reflection of our energy, we're going to see a little turbulence in the world around us as that happens. So that's all that's happening right now. So our goal as lightworkers and starseeds is not to let the mind play with it. The mind likes to get in and play with the negative stories. That's what the mind is all about. And the more we do that, the more we stay connected to the timelines that have these negative events. And we don't really want to do that. So what we want to do is we want to stay on our positive timelines. We do that by staying in the heart. That's our best advice that the Pleiadians have for us right now, is to don't let the mind flirt with all of these things the way it likes to. Likes to play with its food. So we want to cut that out, because that is not going to be helpful to us as we move through these somewhat turbulent times. So that's what the P's had for us in today's point of view. I hope that helps you. So let me know in the comments below, how are you doing in these energies? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there, don't forget, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you haven't done that yet. I'll see you soon. Bye.